Hey, it's me again, Amy Joy. So I'm just coming back at you. I gotta unclench my feet to talk a little bit about social exchange theory. Um, this is just going to be a very, very quick video. I'm going to bring up my notes here real quick. So for those of you who are studying social exchange theory, it's simply the exchange or the reciprocal exchange of altruism, right? From one person to the next. How we produce and maintain a good society is through this social exchange, right? A tit for tat kind of thing. This is how we display our good citizenship. How we define good citizens is sort of the level of sacrifice that we give to another and the level of sacrifice they give to us. It advances a healthy society. I will tell you that the terms good and healthy are very subjective and idealistic. But that's also based on the social comparison theory, right? A lot of different cultures have different ideas about what it means to be good and healthy, to be moral and ethical. So you have to, sort of judge it up against, your own thoughts about what good and healthy means to you. But we have seen this play out through the beginning of time, the social exchange theory. So it's, what, I know how to make really good bread, and, guy in the tent down the street knows how to chop wood. So I'm going to give him some bread. He's going to give me some wood. I'm going to be warm and he's going to be fed. Awesome. So that rhymed. That was really cool. I didn't know that was coming out, but you get the idea. So we're in this social exchange there, right? I say good morning to you. You say good morning to me. It's our way of being polite and our way of saying, I'm going to sacrifice a little bit of my time, my energy, maybe even my money, and you're going to do the same so that we can together forward ourselves in a cohesive way, right? Because we were designed for community. We were designed for relationship and connection. So we were designed to have these interactions. And it's important that every time we make a decision, we assess, we don't have to do it every time we make a decision, right? Because sometimes those are automatic. But when we make important social interaction decisions, what is the exchange? What is being given? What is being received? Is it in proportion? Is it valuable to you? All of these things need to kind of rise up in you, especially if you're running a business or you're deciding you want to go to school. What is the social exchange there, right? I'm giving up my time, my energy, my money in order to receive, right, this higher degree. And maybe that even says a higher status. So then we're again talking about social comparisons. How do I compare to the rest of society if I've got this degree? So I'm giving up, I'm sacrificing these things to have this higher order thing that I value, that I say, what, this higher degree says that, I can make more money. I can be in a much more respected, maybe field, right? Whether you're a doctor, a lawyer, or whatever the case might be. And when we talk about social exchange, if you don't know, if you're not aware of what's being sacrificed, what's being given in exchange for what's being received, notice your affect, your behavior, and your cognition in those social exchanges. Are you feeling kind of crappy when that happens? Are you charging not enough for your services? Are you walking away going, oh, I gave away way too much? And then begin to change those things if you can. So if your personality is formed early through the unconscious happenings around you, is it possible then, this is my challenge to you, is it possible then to consciously change your personality? So there's a previous episode on affect, behavior, and cognition. You would have to absolutely say, you know what, if I want to change my circumstances, if I want to change the things that are happening automatically, right? Maybe these things are happening unconsciously and I'm just not aware of it, because everything that happens to you, everything that's coming to you is a conscious or unconscious action, thought, right? Thoughts or actions that are drawing them to you. So what you have in your life is what you have drawn into your life. So if it's possible to draw these things into your life unconsciously, is it possible then to draw these things into your life consciously? Is it possible to change your affect, your behavior, and your cognition in a way that draws in the good stuff? And I would say unequivocally, yes. So Other things, the experiences, biological realities, other influences that contribute to self-concept, which was again in another episode of the ABCs of self-concept, social constructs, right? How we are raised, gender roles, racial divisions or collaborations, right? So I hope we're getting to a place where we're not seeing people with this racial divide that we've seen over the last few years. It's very strange. I grew up in I didn't even recognize it, and now we live in such a divided society that it really baffles me, because I was like, we weren't here um 40 years ago, at least to my recollection. It was not how I was raised. So um, family influences, these things shape our biological and realities and experiences. Friends, coworkers, community, ethnic norms and expectations. So epigenetics, that generational chemical makeup that we have, we carry on the traumas of our the previous generation. So be aware of that. Temperament, so that comes along with, and all mothers know their babies are born, and they're all born with very different temperaments. You've got some babies that are very mellow and like to sleep and they're just happy all the time. And then you've got some babies that are just grumpy and they're colicky and they're just, they're a little more challenging. And then interpersonal communication, the way we look and talk to ourselves, the way we view ourselves, is very important. See, these are all aspects that make up our self-concept. And the social exchange theory, our social exchange experience, is also based on our affect, our behavior, and our cognition. So the way we think, we feel, and we behave absolutely determines how we view and interact with the world around us, how we exchange our time and energy and resources in expectation to receive something in return. So that is basic social exchange theory. I hope you enjoyed this little video, and I'll see you again next time.